Alright guys, welcome back to another free play vlog. This time, we're getting ready for a big event called Ticketstock. Ticketstock is a local radio station's fan appreciation event. They normally bring in big celebrities, big sports stars. It's a sports radio station, and it's actually one of the biggest in the country, called The Ticket. And they run Ticketstock, where their listeners for free can come and meet celebrities, get autographs, check out different products, drink beer, play video games, and be in attendance during live tapings of their different shows. And so this year, we kind of programmed it to have a little bit of a modern kick with some really cool, rare, obscure stuff like this two-screen Tecmo Bowl. It was in the stacks, as we call them, the deep warehouse space, and it was working when we put it there. We plugged it in, it wasn't going at all. So this is me doing a little bit of work, or that was me doing a little bit of work in the Tecmo Bowl. Killer Queen now is pretty much at every convention we do. So this is them loading up that 10-player just awesomeness. It's a really great social game to program. And the nice thing about taking to conventions, and it's one of the things we see about Killer Queen, you're not going to have too many like Killer Queen experts showing up at the convention. So everyone's normally at about the same place, and you get to see just like a really great interactive gaming experience with 10 people at once. It's also really useful for any of our kind of community people we send out, like Chris Delp, who you'll see on the podcast pretty frequently, who he can really engage there because he can take one of the player spots and really get it together. This is me. I've successfully fixed the Tecmo Bowl finally. That was great. And then, of course, we went to Retro Raccoons. This game had just come in basically new, but it wasn't brand new. And we were going to throw it out there. It's a kind of fun party game style game, and nothing on it was working very well. So that's going to be me working on it. This is them strapping up that Killer Queen. We've got a dirty driving back there. I had actually fixed that the day before. And that is kind of a secret to conventions, which is you find the games that are working in the stacks, you get them, polished up and move them out. Looked like we were taking a Centipede out there. Gotta have some of those retro. That's a Pleiades. Great game. That actually has one of the best mods I've ever seen. That was Pac-Land that was going to go it. That Lazari did not make it, but we were flirting with it. But yeah, so we got Pac-Land coming out. We like to throw some kind of weirder, not necessarily all-time great games, but stuff that, Pac-Man is going to be recognized. Plus, it's interesting to see it out. It kind of brings free play to the convention, if you will. So this is me. I'm working on those darn cup buttons. That Retro Raccoons only works. You can only play it if you put a glass into one of those cup holders, and it uses kind of a primitive button system to actuate. And as you might imagine, it gets sticky fast. So this is them testing Pac-Land, making sure it's good. Looks pretty crisp, looks pretty nice. I mean, those big warehouse lights aren't doing any favors, but it looks great. So that one made it to and that's kind of how we're working right now. As you're seeing us live working down the list of different stuff that should be working, will hopefully be working. This is them repairing the Pac-Land bottom just then. As we were kind of moving around the stacks, we realized that a piece of wood had fallen off last time it was moved, and we were unaware of it, so we had to do some quick repairs there, getting these games ready. As you can see, our warehouse is full. This was actually the fullest maybe it had ever been. We were dealing with lots and lots of product turnover, like sodas. We also had just a ton of kitchen equipment that we just replaced sitting around, so it was a mess. That's them getting that Centipede out, and yeah, it's I think it's really fun, and I think we're really privileged at Free Play, right? Because we're just walking around and we're just picking out these really cool, great games. And while trying to build a balanced lineup, because as you saw, we had that Dirty Driving Racer, kind of maybe the best of the raw thrill racers, I think. It's totally playable and enjoyable. This is them trying to get Retro Raccoons out, moving stuff around. Because it is a little bit like Tetris, trying to get everything out. It's a lot better today. When this was recorded a couple weeks ago, and we have made some progress. We've added a bunch of games to Dallas since then. And so yeah, I did get that Retro Raccoons polished up. We got it out, and it is kind of it's one of my favorite days because it gets me out of the office, gets me out of meetings, and I'm going to be one of the people getting these games ready. But as you can see, it's a whole team effort, which is another really big privilege Free Play has. We've got these skilled and talented people moving these games around. They've probably all moved hundreds of games at this point, thousands, I mean, maybe tens of thousands. Of course, these guys are on our facility crew. We got Dane and Charles there, great guys. And they're just moving, and we're moving stuff. And this was going to be a 2-truck delivery, primarily because of Killer Queen, with those 2 large games that get connected to make 10 players, and then obviously the Dirty Driving with the full 32-inch widescreen monitor. I mean, it's a 40-inch big widescreen monitor plus seats. So they were going to put all the retros on this. This is our truck that can take, has a really great lift gate, but it's a little short. So they're putting all the true old stuff on there that's not quite as tall. Secured it back, got Packland ready. And yeah, this is one of those cool things that we get to be a part of, getting to do events. So we've got more to come on this. You're going to get to see the setup, where all those games go. But if you liked what you saw, make sure you click that subscribe button, and we will keep making content for you.